Hey guys, Duran here. The purpose of this video, as you may have gathered from the title, is community created events in Classic WoW. Between now and the release of Classic, I plan on coming up with as many ideas for community events as I can, and more importantly, creating how-to guides for anyone to use in order to execute these events on whichever server they end up playing on. I personally plan to put on each of these events on whatever server that I end up playing on, but I want to make them easy and accessible for other people to do the same on their servers. In addition, I have ideas for events that can be orchestrated to happen across any number of servers with the use of Twitter and other social media. In this first video, I'm going to go over what I think will be a very popular idea that would require at least one, but probably a few, very dedicated people to take on for their server. That idea is the Gurubashi Arena Tournament. My idea behind the Gurubashi Arena Tournament is to have players from both factions sign up to compete in a tournament hosted in the Gurubashi Arena. I'm thinking of having separate brackets that include 1v1, 2v2, 3v3, and 5v5 teams, and I've also played around with the idea of having a 40v40 tournament where full raids battle to the death in Gurubashi. I've also seen ideas like a last man standing where everyone there jumps in and it's a total free-for-all with the last person alive winning. There are tons of things that can be done with this, so any ideas or feedback you have are welcome. My thought is that people could enter the tournament with a small gold fee. I'm thinking 10 gold per person per team, and the top 3 finishers take home their winnings from that gold entry fee, likely based on percentage of total prize pool. I haven't run any numbers, but something along the lines of the winners getting 65-70%, second place getting 20-25%, and third place getting 10%. But again, that's up for debate, and I welcome any suggestion. Players could enter the tournament by sending gold to a specified in-game character, one for each faction, who would be very publicly known in case of any shenanigans. The person or people putting on the tournament would then keep track of all the signups, character names, which tournament they want to enter, who their teammates are, and probably some more information. I plan on coming up with an easy-to-use spreadsheet and instructions to help track all of this. The organizers could then create a forum post on their server's forums and update it with the entrance and the prize pools to keep things transparent, but also to create more publicity and incentive for people to join in the event. Initially, each tournament could be seeded based on the highest PvP ranks achieved by the players of each team. That method could either continue on, or in subsequent tournaments, they could use the standings from the previous tournament to adjust the seeding appropriately. Depending on the number of people that enter, you could have each tournament 1v1, 2v2, so on the same day or on different days. The number of people or teams could also change the format. So if that first tournament is a smaller group, you could have it be double elimination rather than single elimination, which may end up actually being a better judge of who is truly the best. Obviously, with something like this, there will need to be a rule book. I'll share some of the more controversial potential ideas that I've come up with, but like everything I've said so far, if you have comments, suggestions, criticisms, or disagreements, let me know in the comments below. My goal is to have each of these events be completely community driven, so please share your opinions. To keep the video from getting too long, 2 of the more impactful rules I have are the following. The first is if you interfere with anything tournament related, you're banned from that and all future tournaments, and your name will be added to a kill on sight list for your opposing faction to have. That one may be a bit harsh, so let me know. The second rule, which I think only gets controversial near the end, is that the only buffs and or consumables you can have are those provided by you or your teammates' race and class. That means no potions, no elixirs, no flasks, no world buffs, no buffs from your druid friend who came to watch. I personally think that could extend to professions as well. This is something that I think the community would need to decide, but I think engineering items would need to be banned. My thought there is that if you allow engineering items, you give an advantage to people with that profession, and in turn you would have to allow people to use anything from their respective professions. that would end up meaning that alchemists can use consumables that they make, like potions, elixirs, and flasks, and that could be a slippery slope. Again, I know that this is going to cause a little bit of a debate, so let me know your thoughts. Like I said, my goal in coming up with these events is to create how-to guides for everything I'm coming up with. So if you check in the video description, you're going to find a link to a working list of rules for this tournament. Again, these events are for the community, so please take a look at that, discuss, debate, and let me know what you think the rules should be for something like this. Fortunately, this is so far the most complicated of the ideas that I've had, so don't worry about having to dive into any more rule books for my future events. That's pretty much all I have for now. I plan to do one of these videos for each of my event ideas, so if you want to be notified about future videos, hit subscribe or follow me on my Twitter, which will be linked below. If you have any ideas for events outside of this one that you'd like to see planned out, let me know. I'm willing to work on the logistics of anything I think the community would want to see happen. Thanks for watching.